Hello, everyone. Sometimes it's the things we see every day that hold the most interesting secrets, isn't it? Like, what if a simple bracelet, something you just wear, was actually designed with a really specific purpose to maybe affect your inner balance or even how you interact with the world? Today, we're doing a deep dive into, well, the fascinating world of crystal and chakra bracelets. We're looking at sources from Unlock Your Chakra, mainly their About Us page, and their guide on which hand to wear crystal bracelet. So our goal here is to unpack the thinking behind these things, how they're made, and the advice given on how they're supposed to be used for, like well-being and getting your energy balanced. This deep dive should give you a good shortcut to understanding what makes these bracelets distinct and what the intentions really are. Okay, so let's unpack this. What exactly are these chakra bracelets and what's the story behind them?
Well, it's really interesting because they're made specifically to interact with and balance the 7 chakras. And these chakras, they're basically energy centers. It's a concept that comes from, centuries of Indian and Eastern cultures. They're seen as really vital for our overall well-being. So the key idea here isn't just like wearing pretty jewelry. It's about using a system that's designed intentionally to harmonize your internal energy.
Right. And when you say the 7 chakras, could you just quickly remind us what they represent? Even for listeners who know the basics, a little refresher is always good.
Absolutely. So the bracelets usually have specific stones or sometimes charms, and each one is picked to resonate with one of these 7 energy points. You've got the root chakra, that's usually about grounding, stability.
Right.
Then the sacral, which is linked to creativity, emotions. The solar plexus for like personal power, confidence. The heart, obviously for love, compassion. The throat, that's communication, expressing yourself. Then the third eye for intuition, that inner knowing. And finally, the crown chakra, which connects to spiritual awareness, higher consciousness. Each one's gained its own distinct role in our energy system.
That's a great rundown. So it definitely sounds like there's a lot of intention baked into how these are actually made beyond just how they look. What does the source say about their sort of philosophy of creation?
You're absolutely right. It goes way beyond just aesthetics. According to their site, all the pieces are designed, developed, and then actually handmade right there in Los Angeles, California. And the founder really stresses that every piece is made with love and care. They use the best materials of gemstones and create everything with an intention of compassion and love.
That's quite specific.
Yeah, there's a real emphasis on that personal, almost you could say reverent touch. They even say every item is carefully crafted in our hands before it lands in your hands. It really points to a deliberate process, like they're trying to imbue each piece with positive energy right from the start.
Okay, so if there's all this intention in the making, does that carry over into how you're supposed to wear them? Does it actually make a difference which wrist you put it on? That suggests it's, more involved than just picking out an accessory.
Oh, it definitely does, according to the source. The core idea is that crystals are believed to work with your body's energy centers. They're thought to help remove blockages, heal body, mind, spirit, all that. They talk about raising your vibration, which in this context basically means lifting your personal energy level to attract more positivity and renewing your energy. So how you wear them is seen as crucial for directing that energy effectively.
Okay, right. So if we're trying to direct energy, what's the basic difference then between wearing a bracelet on your left wrist compared to your right? Yeah. How's that supposed to work?
So the key distinction they make is based on how the body's energetic sides are perceived. Your left side is generally seen as your feminine side, and it's considered your receptive hand.
Receptive, okay.
Yeah, it deals primarily with your internal self. It's about receiving energy from the outside world and helping you make positive internal shifts, as they put it. It's believed to send healing energies through your body. They call it your most sensitive side, really involved in internal change, emotions. Then, conversely, the right side is seen as your masculine side. That's your action or giving hand.
Right.
This side controls the energy you kind of project out into the world, how you take action. So when you wear a crystal here, the belief is that it sends the crystal's power outward. You're sort of giving its healing properties or influence to others or your environment.
That's a really clear split. Left for receiving internally, right for projecting externally. Can you give us some concrete examples from the source, like which specific crystals go where and why?
Sure. So for the left wrist, remember, that's for receiving internal benefits. They suggest things like amethyst. That's supposedly to help reduce emotional stress.
Okay.
Or black tourmaline, Lava rock, maybe turquoise. Those are mentioned for protecting yourself from negative energy. Rose quartz on the left, that's meant to help you be more loving towards yourself.
Self-love. Got it.
Uh-huh. For self-confidence, they mention red tiger's eye. And if you want to receive more intuition, they suggest prehnite or hematite. Sunstone on the left is apparently for helping you receive what you desire, fulfill your own needs.
Interesting. And what about the right wrist then? The giving hand?
Right. So for the right wrist, which is about influencing your external environment or others, amethyst worn here is thought to help create a calming environment that other people can benefit from too.
Ah, so projecting calm outwards.
Exactly. Sunstone on the right is said to help with channeling energy, healings, or blessings to others. Rose quartz on the right is more about fostering loving interactions toward others rather than just self-love.
Makes sense.
And then for protecting your family or your space from negativity, they suggest black tourmaline or black onyx on the right hand.
It's fascinating how the placement changes the intended effect, even for the same stone. So is it always about picking just one side? Or do they talk about maybe balancing these energies, like wearing bracelets on both wrists?
Yeah, they do address that. The guidance suggests that for the best energetic benefit, you should try to find the correct balance between your left and right sides. They even advise maybe wearing combinations on both wrists to better achieve what you're aiming for. It sounds like a more, personalized approach to managing your energy.
Right, combinations. That brings up the next question. What about wearing multiple crystal bracelets at once? Is there a limit? Or like a strategy? Is more always better?
Well, the sources are pretty clear about this one. They state, there is no specific rule to limit on how many crystal bracelets you can wear at once.
Okay.
But they quickly add, however, it doesn't mean the more you wear, the more benefits you get.
Ah, okay. So not just piling them on.
Exactly. The advice is more about being mindful. They recommend you get to know each crystal on its own first. Like start with one bracelet, really pay attention to its energy, how it feels, how it affects you, mind, spirit, whatever. Then maybe add a second one and really notice the shift. How does the energy feel different now? It's about discerning the interaction, not just stacking them up for quantity.
That's really valuable advice.
Yeah.
Intention over volume. So within all this, what's the deal with the specific 7 chakra bracelets? You see those everywhere. Do they have a special significance, especially for overall balance?
Yeah, the 7 chakra bracelets get a special mention. What's highlighted about them is their supposed ability to help keep all 7 chakras working at their right energy levels. The idea is that this leads the wearer to feel more balanced overall.
Okay, so targeting the whole system at once.
Pretty much. They're believed to help you focus on keeping those energy centers open and clear. They're also said to help replace negative thoughts with a more optimistic outlook. The source even describes them as a kind of alternative medicine for curing physical, spiritual, and emotional ailments and promotes vitality. So, quite a holistic function is claimed for them. Really, this whole handmade healing crystal bracelet collection, as they put it, is designed to help manifest the wearer's dreams and wellness. Each piece is created for healing the mind, body, soul. That's the overarching intent they state.
Wow. So we've gone from the very intentional, sort of loving creation of these bracelets all the way to this quite nuanced idea of directing energy based on which wrist you use. We've learned that combining them isn't just random, it should be mindful and personal, and that the 7 chakra bracelets are aimed at, well, holistic energetic balance. Really brings up an interesting thought for you listening. How might simply understanding the intended purpose and placement of something like one of these bracelets actually shift your own perception of its power? Or maybe even shift your own intentions when you use it? What other things in your life, maybe things you wear or just have around, might you be imbuing with purpose consciously or not? Something to think about. The subtle but maybe profound role of intention in our daily lives.